The Pharaoh's Curse, Chapter 1, Long Live the Pharaoh. The air was still as the Pharaoh sat upon his golden throne. These were different times indeed. The Mobium was not a cruel ruler by any means. In fact, he had a soft side for his beloved queen, Moon. The young hedgehogs had grown up together in the palace. Ankseda's mother was a high priestess. Her father was a bit of a mystery. Sire, your queen requests the audience with you. A young but lanky Mobian cheetah bows before the Pharaoh. Tell the queen I will be there in 5 minutes. I need to finish up these documents. Roseann Anuta waves off the unwanted servant boy. It hadn't been long since the hedgehog had become Pharaoh. His father, Pharaoh Ra'atai, had passed away under mysterious circumstances. His mother had died in childbirth, leaving the young Snow White hedgehog to the royal caretaker, a very strict falcon named Gahe. How the young prince hated this vile woman with a burning passion. The Pharaoh stands up, walking to his beloved queen, who was in the royal gardens. There you are, my beloved Pharaoh. Ankseda's golden eyes sparkled in the flicker of the nearby torch. Its gentle glow makes the young queen simply breathtaking. You look simply beautiful, my desert lotus. Rose's ember eyes lock on to his beloved wife. Could you stop it? You're embarrassing me. The young queen giggles, a small smile upon her maw. Roseann pretends to take offense, but lets out a booming laugh in response. He crosses his arms over his chest fluff and smiles softly, the flames of the torch dancing shadows upon his face. How amusing. Now, my Pharaoh, we have an important banquet that we must prepare. Ankseda's face turns serious. Surely we have plenty of time. What's the rush? Rose sits on the ground, eyebrow arched. I have something important I wish to say, but not here. The queen lowers her voice to a whisper, looking around. Oh gosh, surely we are safe. You worry far too much. The Pharaoh smiles softly, placing a gloved hand on the queen's shoulder. Something troubles me. So, Ankseda's voice chokes as she tries her hardest not to cry. The Pharaoh takes his queen by the hand and walks with her, closer to a hidden spot, far from listening ears. The royal couple had an unbreakable bond that would make most couples green with envy. So what troubles you, my darling queen? Rose looks into her golden eyes and sighs. I fear that Tumaka, the royal advisor, is up to no good. My best friend, Taha the lion, told me something troubling. Ankseda's voice trembles as tears begin to fall down her face. That jackal is a bit mysterious, for my taste. The Pharaoh wipes a stray tear from the cheek of his beloved queen. I fear he has plans to betray you on the night of the feast. The queen composes herself, clearing her throat, eyes narrowed. If he tries anything, surely I will have him mummified alive, for I am Pharaoh. Roseann hands become fists as his voice booms with rage. Yes, my love, you are keen to the gods. May Isis protect us. The queen bows solemnly. Sand blows as the couple walk to Ankseda's temple to place an offering to the goddess Isis for their protection. The feast was mere days away. The dynasty would soon fulfill its grand duty, as Pharaoh Roseann would finally unveil his latest project, a grand statue of him and his Mobian queen in the likenesses of Osiris and the goddess Isis themselves. This would be their first summer as Pharaoh and queen. So much to do, so little time. The moon begins to set as dawn beckons its rebirth, as Ra sails across the horizon on his barge. Mighty Isis, we pray to you to protect us from harm on the coming banquet. Rose bows along with Ankseda before the idol. The eyes of the statue seem to come alive with the very presence of the royal couple. A faint glowing glow radiates from them, as if responding to their requests. The Pharaoh and his queen watch as the golden aura surrounds them before it dissipates into thin air. Do you think it worked, my darling Rose? Ankseda's voice echoes through the empty temple. You soon shall see, my lotus. The Pharaoh stands up, reaching out his glove to help his queen rise to her feet. The day had arrived, as the feast was underway. Preparations for the unveiling of the grand statue had everyone in the kingdom talking. News had spread like a wildfire. Advisors, delegates, builders, and more were to attend the banquet. You look beautiful, my queen. The lotus blossoms in your quills out upon your goddess-like beauty. Ankseda's best friend, Ta, bows to the queen. The Pharaoh raises his hand to silence everyone. As you all know, my beloved queen Ankseda's birthday is coming up, and as your young but learning Pharaoh, I wish to give her a gift. In the crowd, a jackal, a high priest, snarls, cursing the Pharaoh and his queen, to Set, the god of chaos. His plan comes into motion. He lifts his cloak, muttering under his breath, So, the mighty Pharaoh wishes to celebrate his queen. Let's give them a grand surprise, one to die for. Tumaka slinks off to gather supplies. The jackal hated the pharaoh and his queen simply because he wanted no. He needed all the power. He would get it one way or another. The crowd cheered as the queen and king rode the Nile on their royal vessel. Then, unaware that something terrible was to befall them, Tamaka digs through the library archives as he searches the papyrus scrolls for poison recipes and curses. Murder was on the jackal's mind. The festival was grand indeed. Exotic fruits, animals, and jewels delivered to the queen in her honor. The pharaoh waved to the crowd as they threw jewels in their direction. Meanwhile, back at the archives, Tamaka's plan was underway. Ah, here it is, the elixir I have been searching for. The green-eyed villain sneers as he found a poison of his choice, preparing to go get the ingredients. His choice, a poison belladonna with a hint of cobra's venom. Surely the queen would find this tea delicious, he thought. He makes his way back to the celebration just in time for the statue unveiling. Thank you, my love. I simply love it. Oxetta's eyes sparkled at the massive gift, a golden statue, the color of the sun upon the bank of the Nile. Surely Her Majesty would care for a bit of tea to refresh herself. Tamaka keeps his face cloaked with shadow as he hands the innocent and naive young queen the poisoned drink. Oxetta's eyebrows raise as she takes the golden cup, putting it to her lips. She closes her eyes with a sweet taste of honey to her tongue, hiding its poisonous secrets within. It takes only 10 minutes for the nightshade poison to come into effect. The queen is busy celebrating with the pharaoh unaware of the ticking time bomb within her. The symptoms had begun to take hold of Oxetta's body as she doubled over, causing the crowd to gasp. Fetch me the royal doctor and fast! Rose roars with fury, holding his barely conscious queen in his arms. Rose, my love. The dying young queen gasps for air, the pain unbearable. Save your strength, my darling. Rosatuli's eyes fill with tears as he holds his queen. Her heart beats no more. The queen's eyes lay open, blood at the corner of her rosy red lips. The royal doctor had come far too late. Well. It seems like the celebration has become a time of mourning, my pharaoh. Tamaka's villainous cackle fills the room. What do you want? Rose's eyes fill with anger, hot tears falling upon his fluffy cheeks as he mourns his soulmate, his beloved wife and queen, Oxetta Moon, her body still warm to the touch. What do I want? Power, the throne, and most of all for you to suffer for eternity without your precious queen. The jackal circles the Mobian pharaoh in a menacing way. Leave me! Rosatulianuta's lips kiss the top of Oxetta's forehead as he shakes, the grief setting in. This day started off so well, only to be met with the murder of his beloved Queen Oxetta Moon, and the betrayal to the pharaoh and his queen. I shall take what is mine with this. I curse you, Pharaoh Rosatulianuta, to live forever as the undead, to thirst upon the blood of the living. Tamaka cackles as he pulls out the blood ankh, cursed relic from the god Set. Rose stands screaming in agony as his teeth become fangs, his once amber eyes now a deep red, his nails becoming sharp, ripping through his gloves. You monster! You will pay for this. The vamphog screeches as he lunges for the jackal. Ah, my pharaoh, no longer, but an undead beast, and his poisoned queen. Tamaka dodges the angry, grieving creature. As he laughs, his crimes would not go unpunished for long. The very young dynasty had crumbled to its knees.